Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Arsenal, and I am the CEO of WebStager Digital Media. We're part development company, or actually pure development company and marketing company, and a whole bunch of things in between. But what I wanted to do is jump right into my view of digital marketing and SEO strategies in 2022. We've all gone through a bunch of drama in the last few years in terms of COVID and being inside and everything changed. And the reality is digital marketing and SEO strategies have all changed. Everything has gotten harder. Everything has gotten so I'm just going to jump right into some of the things that I see and that we see in our business that can help you guys as business is getting forth. Again, everything's changed. Everybody's online. That's the real thing. It's a post-COVID economy. People have been working from home. They've been searching. Everybody checks out your stuff. The problem is your company may exist online in whatever industry you're in. And if you're thinking of you want to leverage your digital assets, but you may not be getting ahead. The linear path to purchase, you probably heard all this stuff, is that the purchase process is fragmented. It's all over the place. It's not like people do this, and then they do this, and they do this. It comes from everywhere. It comes from TikTok. It comes from Facebook. It comes from something you read on LinkedIn, an article you see here, you go on Google. Everything is, don't despair. Everything is, you can pull it all together. It's just, everything has changed. E-commerce has become really big. It's not as big as everybody predicted it to be, but it's still really big. Digital presence is really there. Most companies' complete digital strategy doesn't exist, or it's flawed. New and existing competitors are in your space all the time. They might be doing some digital stuff that you guys haven't even thought of, and they're stealing your business. And Google's even changed. Everything's changed. I mean, it just, it sounds like a broken record here, but so as everything starts to take shape, you should consider the following. Like, of course, e-commerce is up. 85% of consumers are looking at Google and Bing before they do their purchase. Everybody's searching online. You got to dominate organic search in new and innovative ways. The pandemic has shown a shift in the way people buy. Like we said before, it's no longer linear. It happens from all over the place. Social sites are becoming legitimized. Actually, interesting about social, what happened is people from during the pandemic couldn't connect with each other. So how did they do it? They actually got on social sites and they formed their groups, or that's how they shared their lives. And so social sites actually became more of a prevalent than before the pandemic. Video content has become huge opportunities for brands, and I'll get into that a little bit later because we're doing some really exciting development in that space. The other thing about what's happened in this SEO, digital marketing stuff, everything needs to be measured and analyzed for KPIs. I mean, it's not going away. Just you have to measure, you have to figure things out, you have to change, you have to blow them up and start again sometimes. But you got to see what your results are. So, what's missing in your digital presence? Your existing strategy may not be a viable option anymore. Your competitors may be dominating search engine results in all the categories. And for the most part, your company may be invisible, which isn't very good, or it doesn't exist. So most companies have a bunch of missing pieces, or have one or more missing pieces that we've seen. Your website's old, it's static, it's got no roadmap to success. It's just like a bunch of things on a page and nobody's really thought of it, or you threw it up and that was the happiest day and you really haven't looked at it since then. There's no obvious or planned out SEO digital or brand strategy, or your brand strategy is fragmented. What I've seen is that a lot of times there's a marketing budget and you'll have different companies competing for it, so everybody wants to get the most amount of money, so they actually fight with each other and really doesn't really help anybody. I've seen situations where I've been in SEO projects where I've gotten companies to the top of Google in these really high traffic pages or search terms, and they'll hire a digital ad company to come in And what they do is they buy advertising on the pages that the company already dominates organic search, so they know that's where the traffic is, and that's where they make the money, but they're basically paying for something they already have, which isn't very good. So you really have to look at how you're going to manage all these vendors and who's doing the right thing, because people, a lot of times they're not very scrupulous and they want to make money. And then social strategies. You really have to look at your social strategy and what's happening with your social strategy, or a database of existing customer testimonials. You really want to harness your customers and turn those into positives. And is there negative information about your products online? How are you going to handle that? And a lot of people don't have community other than, say, Facebook. And Facebook, the problem with the Facebook community and all these other social networking communities is they're really not your community. They're Facebook's ad network. So if you form a group and you get 1 million members or 10,000 or 1,000 members on it, you can't speak to those guys. You have to do advertising to speak to those guys, but you can't speak to those guys in groups unless it's, so that's, that's a problem. So a lot of people are looking at building their own communities from within their own websites, which is something. Harnessing video assets on YouTube and TikTok. It's a time drain, but it's something that you should do. I've been reading a lot lately about, so we've got one integrated solution, shameless self-promotion, but I started this a long time ago. Built an SEO automation platform, used to get laughed out of the boardrooms. But what we wanted to do as a company was harness content, sort of like the easy button for taking it and distributing it. And because let's face it, content and social and links back and search terms are a time drain, and nobody has time to do it. So if you can harness the multitude of tools to actually get your content out there quicker, you're going to have a better chance of showing up in organic search. And those are some of the things that we do. So we built a proprietary platform that takes content and allows teams of writers to write things. They can edit it, they can schedule it, but also what it does is we do things like knowledge bank arrays and all kinds of weird science to actually harness the power of content, and then we distribute it on an automated basis to social with links back to your brand message, so that your brand comes up, because a lot of other guys are doing content as well. So content is really important in the digital marketing space. It's just you need tools to augment it, and you need to track your performance. And we've done some other things too. I'm going to talk about video in a bit here. Featured articles. We have what we call our custom content channels. We've actually built our own proprietary platform to be able to, and this is kind of a funny thing. Sorry, not jumping around a bit, but Google likes what we do. I mean, and one of our guys put this together. Google's like the crush you had in high school that you can never impress her no matter what you did. Well, we found a way to really impress her. She loves us. The moment she sees it worked, we push us up to the top of search results. No bribe necessary. So it's the power of content distribution. And in that vein, what I started to talk about in just a second ago was the whole concept of a custom content channel. So the idea is to either do a headless marketing page, like the example here in this AutoWire magazine. We have professional writers. They're actually from North America. They work with our brands, and they know what's, they're smart, and they start a conversation online. And this advertorial content, we're talking about, say, a vehicle or an extended warranty, or why you should buy an extended warranty. There's a lot of negative press about extended warranties, and the good companies that do it actually do a good service. So the whole idea is to change the negative conversation online by creating positive articles based on the brand, so that people can, when they're searching, because again, if we go back to the first of this, everybody's online and everybody's searching. So I didn't want to make this really long. I just wanted to, get some thought things going. The first thing you should do in a roadmap to success is really conduct an audit of your current website and online reputation and social media channels and brand strategy. And, we can help you with that, but, somebody should do that. The other thing you should do is create a seamless online experience, and what they call an S marketing solution linking all aspects of your company together. So what is S marketing? S marketing is really sales and marketing linked together. It used to be where you'd have your marketing guys, well, it still is in a lot of cases. Marketing guys will send you all their stuff, and they're well, it's up to you to close the deal. That's not my problem. In today's marketplace, because everything is so fast, like basically we do a lot of stuff in the auto industry, and if you look, people poo-poo the auto industry, but you gotta, it's a large ticket item, and they're selling it through franchises, and these guys have got it dialed. And the whole idea is that if a lead comes into anybody, you need to answer that lead right away. So you need to answer that lead within 30 seconds. So the whole idea of marketing and waiting and having a yawn and letting the sales team do it is kind of fading away. And that's where the S marketing solutions come in, whereas it's the marketing guys are working hand in hand with the sales teams to be able to close those deals. And it's like it's anything. It's whether it's coffee or food or cars. You still want to get the customer in and make them happy, and hear what he's got to say about you, and put everything together. So the third one I've got there is automate everything. I mean, people expect it. Basically time-saving thing. The reality of today's marketplace is also people. So there's not a lot of people, and so you've got to give the people that you do have, the good people, automation tools to get the content out, to get the sales material out, to speak to the customer on a brand basis. And that's what we specialize in. Melding marketing and sales teams together, creating real communities. I touched on that before. We actually build communities, so community platforms, so we can sort of talk to you about that, or how to do it, or you've got to connect on an intimate level with your client base. Harness the power of content. I talked about that. I can't stress that enough. Content is your friend online. And I've got here, you need a content champion. You do. You need somebody within your organization that actually that's their bailiwick. That's the thing that they're doing, and that's the thing that they're going to take a hold of. If you're a company of any size, doing this stuff is a time drain. So you need someone that has got the finger on it and can work with other vendors. Number 7, harness video and bolster your content strategy from a central platform like WebStager with video across YouTube and TikTok. We're just launching a really cool platform that you might say we've been working on for years. We've been working on a platform to harness image content and distribute it. We've been working on automating delivering content over our custom CMS for years. And the next logical step for us was video. And it's really exciting, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. The next one is measure, learn, and adapt. You've got to look at everything. You've got to feel everything. You've got to see what's happening, and we can help you with that as well. So who is WebStager? This is shameless self-promotion, but we're a bunch of digital marketing. We've been doing this forever. I mean, my background is crazy stuff. Won't get into that, but always thinking out of the box and always trying to have fun, high energy. We're a modern digital company. We've got over 25 years in digital. We've got a global community of developers, original thinkers, and we constantly deliver unique solutions for any business problem. Throughout my career, I've always been like a first and doing stuff that nobody else does, and it's really, irking sometimes when our competition grabs what we do and call it their own, but that's just business. We've always been developing unique marketing technology. And also on a personal side, we're passionate about exotic creatures. We love wild avian. We promote those globally. We feel, we believe in a fair and fun workplace where everybody's making money and everybody's having fun. During our tenure, our original product conceptions have created billions in acquisition value, and products that you use daily, like video on demand and SMS. In past life, I actually invented the first video on demand system. It got acquired for hundreds of millions. I actually got a chance to release SMS to the world, so every time you use your phone That was me, and I actually, yeah, I've done a lot of weird stuff. I've telecom, had a chance to work with a cellular company, and it was acquired by AT&T for over $12 billion, and they acquired it to stop a marketing, actually a product I had invented and was going to release for this company, and they didn't want the cellular industry to do what I was going to do to it too early in the marketplace. So yeah, we're crazy marketers, and we're also developers. We have, we built this platform from nothing, and it works like crazy. In the automotive space, Stellantis, the auto manufacturer, a combination of Fiat Chrysler Alfa and a big European company, picked our platform on top of as one of six preferred event marketing and technology providers. We were competing against multi-million-dollar companies, dozens of them, and I was pretty happy when they picked us. I mean, they changed their whole marketing platform and whole way of doing things and whole pricing structure to accommodate our content strategies and our content products. We've worked across numerous industries: automotive, heavy equipment, farm, real estate, RV, retail, national sporting events. We've done so much stuff, it's crazy. So we're hardworking, very passionate, knowledgeable, and we like to have fun and love getting involved in different stuff. So what I wanted to do is, not getting into a lot of detail, but I wanted to show a few examples of real world stuff that we've done. One of them was a pretty interesting thing. Is when Stellantis picked us, they had Alfa Romeo as one of their brands. They got Jeep, they got Ram, they got Dodge. Alfa Romeo is one of the North American brands that they start to, and since it's Stellantis, they really wanted to promote this 100-year anniversary of Alfa Romeo. And so what they did is they hired us to do content marketing. So they've got dealers all across Canada, and the problem was how do we create content and large article pages to raise the value of Alfa Romeo, the brand, and get it to all those dealers. So that was what our platform's built for. The whole idea is we could create content at scale based on customizing it per dealer from an SEO visibility point of view, and then use technology that would actually simultaneously deliver that content to their dealer partners across the country. It was quite a feat. I mean, I won't even tell you how many articles our writers had to do, and then putting APIs in all the dealerships and get everything set up. But our strategy was, to take the content and actually drill it in to those areas that were part of the marketplace. So the whole thing about Alfa Romeo is that it's not that well known in the marketplace compared to the other guys that have done really well, like Land Rover, Porsche in its class, and other sections. So the concept was okay, we know that's happening. Let's focus on content that is similar brands like BMW, Porsche, Land Rover in a similar SUV class or a car class, and then focus on what's different and how they stack up. And we were always able to find that Alfa Romeo stacked up better than these cars. They were faster, better mileage, looked better, whatever, figure something out. And so that was part of the campaign, was to really figure out what happened, what these brands are doing, what they're looking like, and how we can compare them in a kind of like an advertorial area. So that was kind of interesting. We did it was a shorter campaign. It was a couple months. We got about 100,000 views on the content, but that kind of content remains forever. It's evergreen content. So you write it, it stays, and it keeps growing, and you dominate organic search. Another one that was kind of fun was a Ford dealer. I love dealing with Ford because, people love it. And Ford really sells well. So it's not like some of these other brands where they're harder to sell. Like Alfa Romeo, honestly, it's a harder brand to sell because it's not that well known. It's got a unique European design. Some people don't go with that. So whereas BMW, Porsche, Land Rover, better brand names. Anyway, let's talk about Ford. So what we did with these guys is this was a smaller Ford dealership, and this is really exciting because these guys, smaller Ford dealership, came in. They really embraced the whole concept of content, but we did this Bronco campaign for them. Their entire dealership, during COVID, they weren't doing any digital advertising. They weren't doing any ads, anything. They were just doing content marketing. And our platform was so robust and powerful that we actually dominated the whole market for them, and they became winners in their marketplace. And so they were, totally sold in the whole concept of content and articles and everything that you need to do to light up your marketplace. So for this campaign, the Bronco, we were able to, I'll post this online, but there was all kinds of, everybody's competing at this. So we did, articles, our feature articles, a bunch of knowledge bank features, a bunch of search. We've looked at the search terms that everybody was looking for, used our custom content channel technology. We did a social media integration, broadcasting to their content and hundreds of digital touch points in the publication. The results are pretty impressive. This was the traffic the year before, here it was now. And the reality is, in the first week, I think they got like 10 orders on the Bronco, and they had to stop because they couldn't get any more. So it was great, and then Brad Ginger, the dealer principal, says we're beyond thrilled, energized for what means moving forward. We've seen the initial drive, immense awareness surrounding our reservations process, and anticipated continued conversations beyond enormous success of the first 10 vehicle deposits. WebSager on our behalf. It's an exciting time to be active in the digital space. Highly recommended. That was a fun campaign because we got to do all of the creative we did, all of the writing we did. We just sort of jumped in and kind of made it happen. It was just, that was really a lot of fun. Okay, so last but not least, I wanted to save the best, what I think is for the last, because we've got our platform, we've got our technology, we've got our knowledge, and I believe the next big wave in brand everything is video. And so we've actually, for the last year, we sort of started this as a skunkwork project, but it kind of turned into something that I think is going to be pretty big. I just received a patent filing for a patent application on this, so I'm pretty excited about that too. But so what is a video accelerator? So there's a bunch of things happening. Video is big, as we know. TikTok, YouTube, everybody likes to look at video. Even if it's on a website, you tend to look at video. You news it, so you look at the video. So how can you harness video and allow your sales teams to actually create videos and get it out to, say, social and on your e-commerce site? It is a time drain. It's almost impossible. So enter our video accelerator. We built this platform that actually is a plug-in for any brand, because we're normally build websites. So we'll say if we're going in with Stellantis and we have to take over somebody else's website, the first thing people go is, oh, that's like this heart attack, because honestly, redoing a website is unbelievably hard. So you got to work with a ton of vendors and bring it up, and there's problems. So what if you could just take, say, something like a video accelerator plugin and harness your whole sales team to create videos and send them to social with just a couple lines of code on your existing website? Oh my God, this is great. So that's what we've done. It's sort of a one-of-a-kind multifunction content creation and lead generation machine, and it harnesses the enormous power of video. So, okay, let's jump in. What does it do? Okay, so the whole idea is it's basically 3 steps, and I've kind of created this around auto, but you can really do it for any marketplace. It's not like so the whole idea is you create a video, you press a button, it goes on your website, you can either send it to this is called a customer experience or a testimonial. This is in the auto industry, VDP, or their vehicle detail page. The whole idea is I do a walk around of this video. I can put it on my e-commerce, or I can put it as if it's a customer testimonial, or I can do it as a showcase. And so testimonials are big. You can actually record somebody saying, and the whole idea is also is your sales team have their own profiles. So those videos are in their in their spot. So you can have like, here's Jeremy, he's a sales specialist, and you have a little profile about him, and all the videos he does are in his video spot, as well as being on the website, as well as being on Facebook and TikTok and all that sort of thing, which is the really big deal, because your videos, you want to get them spread far and wide. You know, you can establish yourself as authority with promotional videos. You basically do anything. The whole idea is mobile, your teams, and you can just promote videos. I'm sure everybody knows this, but if it's an auto dealer, 81% of the shoppers visit the dealership after researching online. There's two things they do, and really two things only. They look at inventory, and they actually want to get what's my trade worth. I mean, that's basically what they do. So if 81% of the people are going there, you want to make sure you've got video on those vehicles, and that's what this thing does. The other thing is that if it's another kind of brand, you certainly want to have videos on everything. So and then we've got other apps that we built, finance, and I'm not going to get into this. Anyway, love to do business with you guys. Reach out if you need something. Let me know.